Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. For those of you that are stateside, I'm gonna do a update here on a couple of moves we did today. It was pretty slow. I had a couple guys doing some stuff here in Tesla and UVXY. Um, but I'll do a top down, just kind of close out um, the week here and kind of what we're looking at going into next week. The holiday week was slow, obviously. But before I do that, I guess in the spirit of all this Black Friday stuff, I don't tend to do any like sales on our trading services, um, except occasionally around like the bigger holiday stuff. So we've been working on this site, and I just had our trading services kind of updated. So I wanted to go through this with you guys. I know some of you are thinking about joining the coaching program. I do have a new service that I've been talking about. I want to explain. That's going to launch here next week, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to break this out a little bit easier to see. But the best way to think of this going forward is we're going to have a trader membership level, and there's two ways to be involved here. So if you're busy, if you gotta, if you have your career, you're doing stuff, other businesses or things, you got a job, you're working during the day. The real-time alerts is great because you can do mobile and desktop. And I was running that just on crypto for the most part. It was $100 a month, and I just decided that, there's more value, everybody in the crypto room, if you get to see what we're doing in bonds, if you get to see what we're doing in stocks. But I think it's just a better way to trade. So wherever the opportunity is, I know if it's me, I want to be getting alerts on, if gold's bottoming and we think it's going to break out for several months to several years, why wouldn't I want to be involved there? So wherever the opportunity is, like the short side of oil right now, we've been long bonds, we've been short equities. So all those types of trades, I think people would want to be involved in. And you can choose via a River platform whether or not you want to receive. I broke up the River room into five. Let me just show you what you get. So I broke up the River room into 5 teams covering basically 5 different markets or asset classes. So commodities, anything we're doing, equities and ETFs. So if we're buying puts on the Spider SPY, you're going to be getting alerts on all that. And so if you only want to see crypto, that's fine. You can still elect that, but you're going to get, for the same price, you're going to get Forex, bonds, equities, ETFs, and commodities. And what's nice too is so on your mobile, I post all these alerts here and topics. You can see this is recently TLT. We're coming out of bonds today. Tesla, we've been short, booked some gains there today. The Dow, this is S&Ps, on and on and on. So TLRY had a big move today. It was up like 7%, I think. But you can be alerted then. You could set your notifications just to hear the topics. So you don't need to get pinged if there's a conversation here in the chat, or you won't be getting bothered by every single message. So anyway, that's great value. That's what this $99 real-time alerts is. And then this is new. This is my live trading room. And before, I just did this a couple times a week with my coaching clients. And I want to make this room, it's a monthly service. It's a monthly membership. And it's going to be open, and we're going to trade together every day. So I may be on trading Forex for London for a couple hours. You can pop on as a member, and we can talk the euro or the pound or whatever's moving, and we can be trading equities. We'll be trading long bond futures at the same time. But I'm going to make this a team in a live room that's open daily, pretty much 24/7. I won't be in there all the time, but I mean, if I'm trading London, I'll be in there for 2-3 hours. If I'm trading the U.S. session, I'll have the room open, and that's exactly what it's going to be. And then so, anybody that does the live room though, you also get the real-time alerts too. So you get that, you get both. So you just look at an extra $100. You get to trade live. We can go through setups. We can go through markets in real time. I'll do some teaching in that room, but it's not. I am going to leave the coaching and mentorship for completely separate sessions. That we're going to still do 8 sessions. I'm going to walk people through the whole model, but that's going to be specifically for coaching. So that time frame I'm going to teach and really get into the model. The live room is just going to be about trading and analyzing markets and see what's going on. So that's kind of the 2 membership levels that I've envisioned for a while. And then, of course, we have our courses. You know, you can learn the model here. This is my institutional model that we directionally had when we covered all the big banks, primary dealers, hedge funds. In my options course, I listed that. The options, this package is great for $500 more. You're going to get the whole model, and then you get all our option stuff. So I know some of you are new to options, you want to learn that. I teach you one of the best strategies there is, which is the ratio back spread. And then call writing, how to generate income on a weekly basis. That's a great passive way to earn a living in the markets. And then the coaching and mentorship, again, this is strictly for walking the traders through our whole model, and everybody's going to start on the same page. We do cover a lot of it's risk execution, analysis, how to view the trends, how to view the cycles, how to work into positions, how to add and reduce properly, how to trail out, how to know when to add, how to know when to cut your risk, all the different setups we use for timing and entry, and then of course exit. We talk a lot about the psychology of trading. But the coaching and mentoring is really about you as a trader. Everybody's different. Everybody has different trading habits that they need to get rid of or they need to work on. And that's where you get the consistency. You got to get rid of the old habits first, and then that's where the profits show up. So that you got to do a lot of work there. It's a workshop setting. We'll be doing trading drills. But this is where you're going to interact with me, and you're going to show me your trades and what you're doing, and we can take a look at what's working and what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. All right, so that's going to be completely separate sessions. Then we're not going to be trading live in those settings. That's just going to be kind of going through what you're doing on the week, what I've been doing on the week, etc. All right, so I hope that makes sense, guys. Anybody that does the coaching too, I throw in the you get the real-time alerts or the live room for 6 months. So that's an $1,800 value. So it's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, if you did just paid for the course, then you wanted to be in the live room, you're going to end up paying, another $2,400. It ends up coming to be like $5,500 between you pay for the course and you're in the live room for a year. You do the coaching, it's only $3,500. You get 6 months of the live room. So that's actually, this is the best value here on the coaching and mentorship side. You get the course, but then you're also going to get, how to apply it, and then we can work with you as an individual on what you need to focus on. All right, guys, that's pretty much it I wanted to talk about on the service side. Oh, but for this Black Friday stuff, anybody through the weekend, I'll run it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll do 20% off anything, any of the services. So, and I might even, if you want to do something for the real-time alerts, maybe it'll be 3 months at 20% off. Why don't we do that? So some of you guys wanted to do the live room. Can get you going there for, $180 instead of $200. Well, let's just talk markets. I think Tesla's really rolling over. We've been fading this slowly. I still have some 300 strike puts that I think got a good shot at hitting the next couple weeks. I know there were some tariff headlines. I really don't care about that. I care that we've just finally broken this trend here, or what we call the TMS. And if you can't hold the bands, then you should test pi down here. 310, the 300 zone. It's basically right in the middle of the 250 to 350 long-term risk range. So that makes sense. Maybe a little reversion to the mean in there. Let's see. UVXY. I think the best way to play UVXY is you really need to get involved at the wides. And what I mean by the wides is when S&Ps get really oversold or really overbought, then you look at UVXY. Like when we were down here in the low 50s and the 40s, great time to be thinking about calls, call ratio, back spreads. And then the opposite, when we were trading up at 70 and the VIX was really blowing out and stocks were really oversold, that's the time to maybe sell some calls and see if you can add to it for a 2 to 3 day bounce in the overall equity market. So we want to play that when the price is at the top or the bottom of the risk range, or we can look at standard deviation. You can do a lot of things. But then when also the cycle is really high or low. So when we're looking at S&Ps, cycle's pretty low right now from a daily perspective. All right. So just when we were high within the cycle here, this was a great short opportunity, and that coincided with getting long the VIX. So we did sell some calls here on UVXY. I think if we do get any kind of bounce, those will come off pretty good. I haven't got back in on VIX futures. Had a great run last week here. Bought, added to it. I kind of want to see anything back in the teens, and I'm going to add back to core long on the VIX. We want to just stay bullish. This has been one of the best calls we've had coming in from September into October, saying that volatility is going to pick up. And this is clearly a bull market in vol, so you can notice we just keep making higher lows. So we want to keep buying dips and then play a core long, and then we'll look to add to it. And I don't have any S&P futures short on right now. I think we're just a little bit low on the cycle. I mean, if this ends up being a BCI and we take out this low, it's going to get real nasty real quick, and then I probably will hit some down. But the way I was just playing risk off is really just being long bonds, guys. We had another pop here this morning that we took some profits on. So I think you just want to keep buying dips in 30s. It's actually getting a pretty good one right now in the 30-minute, other than the fact that market's closing. But man, if you sold anything on a new high, you can buy it back. I mean, there's half a point right there right now in 30. So I still like that as far as a game plan. I haven't done much in gold. I think it's just going to keep it's going to trade okay, but it's just largely going to be sideways. The dollar is just too strong in here. And you need dollar down really for gold to do really well. So you're not going to have that for a while. We sold some euros the last couple days. I think we're going to be back at 112. I think we got a good shot at lower low. Keep selling rallies there. We were shorting last week, 14.5. I covered some stuff this morning. But look how we couldn't get back above the 200, and now it's starting to arc. So we get any type of rally early part of next week, 113.5, 113.75. You want to be a seller there. What else? It'll be kind of similar for cable. Cable has just been tough because the Brexit headlines, we just keep getting whipped around. So I got a little bit tired of getting just whiplashed around back and forth and having to work the position. So the way I'm kind of playing it, you guys, again, if you guys sign from, you're going to be able to follow and you'll be up to speed on these changes when we pivot midweek. We've been playing short euros versus dollar. And then when any type of intermediate term bounce like we've had in here, a great way to play the near term there is to start actually buying the dip on euro yen. So when we've had days where we like day trade, the trend is up and the cycle is up, we've been playing euro yen on the long side. It's kind of a hedge against any type of core core shorts on euro versus dollar, and then also we've been playing euro versus kiwi on the long side. And so we've had some really nice dips in here, and I want to stay with that same game plan. This is really oversold, and then getting back above the 8. I think that's a good way to kind of hedge your euro shorts. Trying to think anything else here. I guess I'll just touch on oil real quick. Down 6. I think we were down 7% at one point today. So we talked about, if you can't hold 55, there's 52.5, I think was the 200 on the weekly. Basically tagged it today. And then the market just seemed like it wanted to test the whole number at 50. It's just tough to be trying to buy the market in here, guys. I don't know why you want to be a hero. And we were thinking we were toppy at 74, 75. I mean, I think if anything, you sell some puts on like some of these ETFs, and when the premium really blows out, like it did today here on the UCO or USO. But I'm just not a big fan of buying lower lows to play this contrarian long. I mean, there's no reason why we can't be back at 40. I mean, growth is slowing. Europe's a disaster. China's still slowing. The U.S. is slowing. And nobody's even really talking about the demand side right now. Everybody wants to talk about supply, but this is classic risk off, global growth slowing, global macro, long bonds by the dollar, and oil sells off. Yeah, I mean, you're just better off selling rallies here. We're definitely in the hole, though. You can see these bands here. This was a great spot in the hourly. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Again, just message me. Some of these links might not be working on our email side. I've been having troubles logging into MailChimp. But the best way to get in touch with me, guys, if you're not in the River Room, you can sign up here. The River Room is just our chat I was showing earlier. All right, come in here. You can message me, and I'll get you set up. If you want to start the coaching for the next session coming up, or if you want to just sign up for real-time alerts, or you want to get started with the live trading room, I'm going to start that Monday. You'll get a link to the live room, and that's the team that I'm really excited about. We already have a bunch of traders globally, but this will really go to the next level when we're able to do it daily, and it's not just part of the coaching twice a week. So I'm excited about that, and yeah, 20% off. If you guys have been on the fence on the coaching, that's a pretty good discount. I mean, that's $700 right there. So I'd encourage you to do that. Let me know by the weekend. If you're not in the River Room or you're just having troubles you don't have a link, you can always message me here at the Jason Jenkins at my Twitter handle. You should just be following us there anyway for updates, etc. I'm trying to think where else. I think that's it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to some of you in the live room.